So here's a random thing. I've been playing Maiden this week, which is a brand new game being developed with the rather ancient build engine. It kind of pushes the engine to the limit, and next week I'm planning to take a closer look at the game, but today I kind of just wanted to show, well, this. It's Maiden running on a classic CRT television. Of course, if I wanted to be even more authentic, I could have dug up an older PC monitor to use instead, but for now, this is going to have to work, and honestly, it looks pretty awesome like this. The look and feel of the game is really nice on a CRT, and it just kind of fits the style that the game is going for. Some of you might be wondering then how exactly I managed to get a modern game like this running on an older screen. After all, this is an older PVM model, a 20L4, and it only supports 480i or 240p inputs via RGB, S-Video, Composite Video, or SDI. So in this case, I simply used an older computer that I had, a Pentium 4 3.6 GHz with a nice S-Video output. As an old build engine game that pretty much relies entirely on one core, I kinda hoped that the 3.6 GHz would be enough to run it, but as it turns out, Maiden is a 64-bit application, so I couldn't run it on this older Windows XP machine at all, which is where Steam in-home streaming comes in. It's not a feature I really ever use, but it kinda works here. I simply have my main PC acting as the host, and this old Windows XP laptop from 2005 handles the stream just fine. Any of the dips or stutters you've seen in the video are kind of the result of the game, which still has a little optimization to go since it is in early access, but still, I think it works really well. And I'm playing it with kind of a subpar Acer mouse and keyboard that I found in a closet, so, the gameplay isn't going quite as smoothly as I'd like, but I still think it looks really cool running on a CRT. Another interesting thing here is that I'm actually running the game in software mode. It supports both OpenGL and software, but you run it in software mode like this and it relies almost entirely on the CPU. But it's kind of cool that it's still an option in 2018. You can even select really low resolutions, all the way down to 640 by 480 or all the way up to 4K, but trying to run native 4K completely on your CPU isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. As I said at the beginning though, I'll have a lot more on Maiden next week because I really think this is a game worth talking about. There's been a lot of games over the years that really try to recapture the feeling of playing an old school FPS, but honestly this might be the first one that I feel is truly successful at recapturing the feeling of playing like Duke Nukem 3D or any of the other classic FPS games from that era. That's all for now though. If you enjoyed this random, weird, unscripted little video, be sure to let us know in the comments and like, subscribe, and follow us over on Twitter. And until next time, this is John signing off.